Hi folks, Vince Bridger here from PREVIEWSworld. We're here talking to Gabriel Rodriguez, and this man is one of the all 50 states. I just wanted you to know that. We finally got him here at the IDW booth. There's just no going back. That's it. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Very good. I mean, having a lot of fun in the beginning of Comic-Con, ready for this long weekend to stun like a trooper for the people of IDW, and as long as they are helping me promote this new book. So I'm very excited and have a lot of fun already.
That's why we're here. I mean,
yes.
Everybody knows you, of course, from Lock and Key,
yeah.
right? And that's coming to Hulu as an original show, right?
Exactly, exactly. And it's moving forward really fast. So hopefully we're going to see that happen very soon. We're going to have great news that I can't talk about yet, but it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
But IDW's putting their muscle behind it, so
yes,
I mean, it's moving
of course,
along.
they are very committed to this, and they so committed to do it the right way, and I think they're going to pull it off just like that, because they gather incredible talent around it, and it's all people that really cares about the original source of the story. They love the characters, they love the mythology we built around them. So I think it's going to be great fun for everyone, and I really hope that people are going to enjoy the show once it comes in the air.
So here's how I've seen how you shifted gears over your career.
Yeah.
Okay, you go into something like Lock and Key, hard man. I mean, just rock bottom. Okay, but then you've also veered to the other side of the room, doing something like Little Nemo in Slumberland. Okay, and now out of the blue comes this thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm going, okay, it's Mobius, it's heavy metal. I remember my Savage Sword of Conan days.
Yes.
How did this come about? What is this?
Well, basically, this comes out about all the stuff you just mentioned. That's all stuff that I really enjoyed when I was a teenager, and reading my first comics were approached through European comics, that we had a few in a couple of libraries in Chile, so I got access to stuff from the Inkle from Mobius and lots of heavy metal magazine, and I was a fan of Savage Sword of Conan because I got an old cousin that had a few of the black and white Conans that were printed in South America too. So all that kind of fantasy stuff was a big influence in my childhood, and this is also mixed with my love for progressive rock and all that kind of
Progressive rock?
Yeah.
What? Progressive rock? What? Yeah. Name a band. Name a band.
Yes, Genesis, Jethro Tull, Rush, all the classics and a couple of new ones. King Crimson, I'm a hardcore fan of King Crimson. I'm really happy that they're touring again. I'm hoping that they will go to South America and to Chile this year, so fingers very crossed. And I'm putting all those influences in this, and in a way it's like this is like my adult project after the experience of Nemo. So it has been a great way to enter in this first challenge as a full author of a new book. This is my first writing experience. Has been very frightening, incredibly challenging, but I had a lot of fun so far, and I really hope that the fun I'm having doing this book is the fun that the reader's going to have when they get it in their hands.
Tell me just a little bit about the characters, man. Get me inside the head of some of the people that are...
Well, this book is conceived as a prequel of the Arthurian mythology. So this is the origin story of the sacred sword that's going to become Excalibur in the future, but this is centuries ago in another planet, in which we have, instead of King Arthur, this girl, that's Avalon, that's going to be the first wielder of this sword, and she's going to find the challenge of finding out what does it need to become a proper leader, and how do you pull all your flaws and virtues in conflict to realize what makes you a better human, a better leader, a loyal friend, but facing that against failure, against treachery, against clashing forces. So in a way, in this world, I explore the basic Arthurian mythology, but flipping the point of view of everyone. So you're going to realize that there are familiar characteristics, familiar names, but all of them approach with a spin. And I'm having lots of fun from that point of view, because I'm able to put certain political ideas in this, certain social ideas, certain racial issues, but in a way that feels natural and not preachy. I'm trying to make this first and foremost as an adventure, an epic fantasy adventure, but through the eyes of very human characters. And that tension is what makes for me very interesting this project. I'm trying to make a human approach to a kind of story that used to become archetypical and distant if you don't handle it properly. So that's the creative challenge that drives me in this one.
So it sounds like it's coming from the heart, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to put a lot of heart in it. It's something that I've learned from all the talented people that I've shared projects throughout the years, from which I've learned everything I know about this medium, is that if you put your own heart and try to make your heart speak through the story you're creating, is what you pull off your best work. And that's how it was for me when I created Lock and Key with Joe Hill, and when we did Little Nemo with Eric Shanower, and when we did Onyx with Chris Ryle. So I'm trying to put all that I've learned from that creative momentum in those projects. In this one, I'm in full charge, but I have to mention that in this project, even though I'm writing and drawing, we have the blessing of having Lovin Sindierski as the colorist of the book, and the guy is doing an incredibly heart-driven job in this. The guy is putting a lot of love in the coloring of these pages, and you can see it in the preview, and I'm seeing it daily as new pages are coming in my inbox every day, and it has been great to have the right team around the creation of this book.
So you got the dream team.
Yeah,
You got the dream team on this bad boy. Sword of Ages, it's called. Right, and it's coming out, I think,
in
November?
Yes.
Okay, November, Sword of Ages, Gabriel Rodriguez. It's coming out from IDW Publishing. Sir, thank you so much for your time.
It's been a pleasure to talk to you, man. I had all the fun that you promised in this conversation, so hope you had the rest of the weekend in the same vibe. So.
Yeah, party hard.
Yeah, of course.
Folks, there it is. Look for it coming soon to a comic shop near you. Remember, as always, keep the faith and keep reading comics.
Of course.